Hello and welcome to Jan's Views on Crime, J. Slater Investigation, Ayub Kasim Speaks. Guys, I don't know whether you've seen anything about this interview that Ayub did, but I thought, let's react to this together because I've not watched this. It goes on for 2 hours. I'm not doing it for 2 hours. But I'm going to start doing it. And if I have to do another video on it and another video on it, then that's what I'll do. Because I think this is probably the first time that we are going to have the opportunity to actually see for ourselves who this Ayub is. Okay. Before we start, I want to ask you if you're all okay. Are you okay out there? Couldn't even say it, guys. It's been one of those days. Trust me. It's been one of those days, but I thought I need to do this. I need to get back, nose to the grindstone and all that business. So without me waffling on anymore, let's do this, shall we? So the name of the channel is called The Central Club. I've never heard of them. I don't know whether you have. So what I want to do is just read here in the description something about this central club, who they are, what they do. So let's start here. In this compelling interview, Ayub Kasim sets the record straight about the controversial case surrounding Jay Slater's death. Join us as we delve into Ayub and emotional reflections. Ayub shares his side of the story, shedding light on the truth behind the headlines. Don't miss this eye-opening conversation that challenges assumptions and seeks justice. Also, we did try to contact both Jay's parents, but had no reply. We have, however, got a message to his father to notify him of this interview and give him the chance to speak out of respect. So, okay, that's a nice description they've put underneath there. So, are you ready for this, guys? Buckle up. Let's see what happens, and off we go.
I feel welcome. Thank you very much, brother.
How's it going? You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, bro. I can't complain. All is well. All is well, my G.
I hope you can understand this. I've sped it up because otherwise we'll be here until next Tuesday. So I've sped it up. So I really hope that you can hear and understand what's being said here.
Good to see you. It's been a long time. So I'm saying you're looking well. And let's get this cooking.
Yeah. I think the people deserve to get a bit of a backstory, and I'm sure we're both not proud of how we met each other, but nonetheless, these things do happen. So I met yourself almost 10 years ago now in Cardiff prison.
Oh, so these things that happen are that people go to prison. Okay, can't relate. Cannot relate to that, but carry on.
I think we were two totally different people back then. I'd like to think we both learned our lesson. And when I saw this tragic story of Jay Slater, and I saw your face plastered all over social media, straight away I just knew I know that guy. Like I couldn't put my finger on it straight away, and then I realized when they put, he's flooded Wales with drugs, I thought, yeah, it's Ayub, and
It's quite. I was going to say it's quite funny, but it's not funny. I think this for me is a red flag, and we're like 50 seconds in that this dude is actually smiling when he says that when I heard that Ayub had flooded Wales with drugs. Yeah, and he thinks that's funny. I don't think it's funny.
straight away I'll be honest with you, like I couldn't believe what people were saying, because the guy that I remember in prison was just such, like, you get a lot of people who we both know, attitude problems, they think they're bad. I've always thought that you come across as such a humble guy, and color, religion, culture, background, whatever, it transcends with you. You never was that guy who was like, this is who I am, that's who you are. You kind of blended in with everyone, and that's what, like, kind of resonated so much with remembering you and getting on with you in jail, but also making me think that there's no way this guy's capable of this.
Yeah, that's bollocks. Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. That's what anyone who knows me, that actually knows me, or has been around me, or had some sort of communication with me, like whether they're friend or foe, they'll tell you like, yo, he's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I don't know what you're saying. You've said nothing. That was word salad. You've said nothing. Okay, carry on.
I'll deal with you direct, straight. You know what I'm saying? There's no weird shit going on.
Yeah. I can only speak from the experience I have. And, you know, we are called the Central Club. And naturally, because of me explaining to people how we know each other in the first place, and I've actually put my personal opinion across there of what I thought initially when I seen you plastered all over the media, I still want to make sure that I give a fair account. I ask you the questions straight up, and, you know, we'll see where this goes, you know? So, you know, I really appreciate you coming on.
Right, so, okay, already, this is another world. This is another world to me. I've never been to jail. I don't know anyone that's been to jail. So this is all foreign to me. But I mean, are they a different type of person? I mean, anyway.
No, and I appreciate you having me, Macy, having me on, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I had a few people get in contact, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know you know what I'm saying, bro? And you've got a nice little chilled thing going on. And if I'm going to go on anywhere, I'll pass through your little station or big station.
Well, yeah, okay. So he said that if I'm going to go anywhere, I'll come on to your podcast. Apparently, this dude does do a podcast. Here, where did I see it? So yeah, he's got an Instagram. It's a podcast, a Facebook page. He's got a TikTok. He's on Twitter. All the usual thing. And he's got his podcast down here. So yeah, he's a busy little beast. So good for him. Ayub is saying, well, I wouldn't speak to anyone else. That's not entirely true, because Ayub has done quite a lot of public speaking over on Twitch, and it hasn't looked very good. He hasn't come across as being particularly nice. He's come across as being a bit of a loser, and just coming out with things that have wound people up. He's scooted around questions that have been put to him while he's been on Twitch and or Instagram or wherever he may be, or TikTok, isn't it? I don't know why I'm saying Twitch. So yeah, he hasn't come across very well. So him saying, yeah, well, I wouldn't speak to anybody else. I'd only speak to you, brother, because I know you, brother, because we were in prison together, brother. Yeah, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, here we go.
I mean, Central Podcast's not a joke. I mean,
Yeah, I appreciate it, mate. You know, I'd like to think that the Central Club, for those who probably have never come across our platform, you know, we do have a wide range of guests. Yeah, you know, different walks of life. But nonetheless, I'd like to think people who have either brought something to the culture or have impacted the culture. And I think that what's happened with Jay Slater this summer, it's been massive. And yeah, I think we just get madness. Like, and this is what I want to, you know, get your perspective on how it's affected you. So I think the first thing we want to do is just get a little backstory of you, because the way the media portrayed you, is it true? Where are you from?
So he's asking whether the media how did the media portray him? Did the media lie? Not that I know of. The media told us who this person was, and this person was somebody that had been in prison for rug-related crimes. I mean, that's all I've seen. So I can't see why they would say that he's being portrayed in a bad light by the media. Okay.
I'm from Barking, bro, in East London. Some might say Essex, some say East London. And I lived in Northampton as well, in the Midlands, for a considerable time of my life growing up as well. You know what I'm saying? Both places I've lived before. Barking's one of those areas, isn't it? Like, and Dagenham, let me add the door, because it's like one of those areas that are, it's two areas in one borough. And growing up there was all right, not that bad. You have got crazy things going on in that.
It's like that with anywhere. So I think we're now going to see how Ayub got involved with the wrong type of people at a very young age. I think this is where this is leading to, because I don't think people should assume that because Ayub has turned out to be the type of person he is, has got a lot to do with where he lived. My daughter, one of my daughters, is married to somebody who was born in Dagenham. Um, so, and as a family, well, I'm quite familiar with Barking because I used to go to college there. So, yeah, I think we have to, look at it with with quite a broad lens, and realize that the lens that these two people may be looking at things may be quite a lot smaller than and much more focused on the rotten things in life. But okay, carry on, Ayub.
People passing away, gangs and whatnot. The usual that you'll find in out like little estates and that out at the edge of town and stuff. I'm saying, or near the
Yeah, everywhere. There's no excuse for that.
town centre, whatever you want to call it. But all in all, the people that I grew up with over there, some are doing long time in jail, some of them passed away, some of them are doing well, some of them are gone down the wrong path. But all in all, they're good people, bro. And every time I do go back or go past, I do get love and I show love, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think, yeah, I mean, yeah, I can understand that, but I also feel the question should then be asked, how old were you when you got involved with this type of person? Because, as I say, I went to college there, and I can honestly say I don't think any of the people I went to college with ended up doing the sort of things that Ayub did. So, and I used to go shopping in Ilford, which, if you come from that area, you'll know what Ilford's like. And again, none of the friends that I'm trying to think if I've got any friends still from there. No, I don't think so. But even when I had friends over there, none of them went to jail. None of them started doing the types of things that this guy did. None of them were were in gangs. So I think we have to realize that. Let's not be swayed by this sob story of where he was brought up. I don't think it's got anything to do with where you're brought up. I think it's who you mix with. That's the point.
And I ain't got no bad thing to say about any area that are like whether they're rough or not. You know what I'm saying, you've got to love your community and try to do good by it.
Yeah, 100%. And growing up, in a, let's say, a less fortunate area, it shouldn't defy who you are. It shouldn't let people perceive you.
100%, man. Sorry to cut you off. Like, they'll perceive you at 100%, but it's up to you as a person to navigate through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it don't matter what people think, unless it's your mother or people or your nearest and dearest that you really care about their opinion as to what they think. It shouldn't affect you going forward. Because, bro, I don't know. I read somewhere that the day you start not giving a fuck about what people think and that's the day most of your problems leave you.
Yeah.
That's true, but I think we also, without ramming it home, I think we also have to take into consideration that this dude here, he was in prison with Ayub. Why was he in prison? I don't know. Maybe I should have done a bit of homework. I don't know why he was in prison. I don't know anything about this central club. And my computer doesn't like me at the moment, so I'm frightened to press on anything. But maybe in the next video, we'll go over and see exactly what this guy's done. His name is, it did come up. He's got quite a weird name, hasn't he? Anyway, doesn't matter. I think maybe we're definitely going to we'll make a series of these ones, I think, of the Ayub interviews. So let's just play a little bit more.
Oh,
I'm not
100%.
saying you're going to be problemless, like it's not like, but most of them will leave. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking from experience in a way as well.
I think it's a fact of life. It's a fact of growing up. And you could say more relevant now when you are of age, when you are more conscious of things. A lot of us hold back. A lot of people hold back because they're worried about what their community, their family, their friends think.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And then they let that stop them from doing what they want to do. Like when I do say like, listen to your nearest and dearest, I mean, as in respect them and that. But if you got a certain path, a certain place you're trying to go, then go to that place. You know what I'm saying? So like what we was talking about earlier, an important to context. You mentioned something about some people writing like actual reputable characters, like as in their followers and stuff like that, who've got a wide range of like they say something and it can go to loads of people's desktops and that. And they'll say something. I remember you mentioned, they said, oh, some woman, I'm gonna mention names, was saying, oh, I'm traveling around the world with girls and that and partying and all of that. And we spoke about it and I was like, bro, the whole reason that I do travel is because I've been cooped up in a prison cell for 7 years. I'm not blaming no one, but coming out, that's how you know what I'm saying? And
Perceived.
yeah, do you know what I mean? They might perceive it in whatever, like, but I said to you, I said, bro, like, I'm 30 years old, bro. Like, the days where you just want to get with any sort of girl it's not. You as you grow up, you realize, yo, it's empty, mate. Like, you know what I'm saying? One, you're just, you know what I'm saying? Like, disposing of someone. It sounds bad, but that's how it comes across because you whatever, talk them, whatever, and then it's like they go carry on thinking, oh, I thought I could have had something with someone, and they just got rid of me and that. And then you as a guy, you're thinking, yo, I'm tired of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you look at it, the only sort of guy that can do it, like, you see two types. You see one that's smashed it and done everything he needs to do, and he's just doing his thing with bare different girls. And then towards the end, like that Dan Brazilian guy, remember the other day, he said, bro, it was empty. Yeah, it's not validating. And then you got the other guy who's just lazing about and he's sleeping with about 3-4 different women. And that's like his routine. Like, that's like, he'll stay in that house for like 3 days, then stay in that. So both ways, the way you want to look at it or not, you know what I'm saying? And then you've got people like that accusing me of going all over the world, sleeping with bare different women.
Oh, okay. So there seemed to be an awful lot of word salad there. All these words thrown up into the air, tossed around. Did you make any sense of that? I think we haven't got to the Jay Slater bit, but it's still going to be. I'm still going to entitle this Jay Slater because we know that Ayub had something to do with what happened to Jay Slater. So we're going to stop there because otherwise we're going to go on forever. But it's quite interesting. I hope you come back for part 2 because, yeah. What did you think? What did you think of Ayub? Did he have a lot? Well, he did have a lot to say for himself, didn't he? Was it worth it? Is it worth looking deeper at this? Finding out about the man. So, if you like this video, please give it a like, if you wouldn't mind. And also, perhaps even subscribe to my channel. There, I've got it out in the second attempt. And, yeah, I think this is quite interesting. About this Ayub guy. Anyway, you take care of yourselves out there. And, because, trust me, it's a rotten old world. So, until the next one. Bye-bye for now.